The big vote is coming tomorrow night. The Jefferson County School Board will determine whether the school buildings will finally reopen and students will be returning to the classrooms in Jefferson County. In-person instruction could start as early as March 1st. Ahead of that vote, Haley Minogue called around today to see if school board members know how they're going to vote and why.
Doug, it's a tough business trying to track down every single board member and get a response, but I did reach out to every single member and I heard back from a couple. Here's how that went.
How are you going to vote? Simply as yes or no. What are you going to do?
Well, it depends on what's in Dr. Pollio's plan, which I haven't seen yet. So, ideally, Dr. Pollio will present a number of different options for the board to discuss and, figure out which one is best for us.
My opinion has not changed because of the executive order. In fact, I think the executive order and the reasoning behind it affirms where I was at previously, that with a vaccinated staff, we can do this safely and we should do this.
Not a simple yes or no question is basically what we're learning. There's still much to discuss, even though by the time the vote happens Thursday night, there will be just 3 days until March 1st. March 1st is the date named by Governor Andy Beshear in his latest executive order requesting schools expand in-person learning. Nonetheless, we made this chart in the newsroom as we started making our calls, emails, and DMs, listing out the school board members and their answers. If we didn't get a response on Wednesday, we just listed their most recent response when asked in the past. Kolb and Craig, we already discussed. McIntosh told me in a statement, too many students are not receiving adequate services despite our educators and support staff's best efforts, and she is in favor of returning in person. Corey Scholl told me he's still reading through and processing the JCPS plans. I reached out to Porter, Marshall, and Duncan, but didn't hear back on Wednesday. Porter previously said she was undecided, and Duncan previously said no.
We haven't heard back from Joe Marshall any time that we've reached out. Tuesday night, there was a board meeting for the school board and local doctors about the safety of in-person instruction. All 4 doctors said they believe JCPS can return safely. For WHAS 11 News, I'm Haley Minogue.